I'm going to share with you guys simple Forex tricks that I've learned that will make you profitable. So these tips I'm going to show you will be the edge you need in the market, in the Forex market, to make you profitable, especially if you're going to use the same strategy as me. These tricks will help you a lot. So let's get into it. We're gonna get straight into it. First tip we're gonna give you: learn simple Forex order blocks. What do I mean by this? Well, in this trade, for example, this is a trade I showed on Discord. If you guys want to see my trades, go hop in the Discord, I'll show you everything I do on there. So this was a higher low here. We were in a small little 15-minute uptrend, and we broke this a higher low, right? So for people who know my strategy, when we break a higher low, we look for sells. Now, I marked it an area of liquidity, which would be these big wicks right here. So what is a simple order block? Well, before we broke this low, right, since we're going down, we're gonna look for the last green candle before the break, right? So this last green candle, before we broke this low, see this blue line? Before we broke that blue line, we're looking for the last green candle. And the last green candle was right here. So if we mark out that green candle, we can see price came up into this area to grab orders before going to the downside. So with this simple trick, helps us get really easy entries and really simple trades, as well as having very low stop loss, a very small type stop loss, which gives us big rewards, small losses. So for example, we took this trade, we see we could have something as small as a 6.8 pip stop loss and a 40 pip gain. So right there we have a 1 to 6 risk to reward ratio. I'll show you one more example real quick. So this is the other example. Last one was a sell, this one's gonna be a buy. So here we were in a nice little 15-minute downtrend, and we were waiting for the lower high to be broken. So this was our lower high right here. When did it break the lower high? Well, it broke right here on this blue line. Since we're in an uptrend, and since we're going for a buy, now instead of looking for a green candle, we're gonna look for the last red candle that was broken. So here we have a red candle broken. So if we select this area, we can see that price perfectly comes down into this order block and goes up. So with something like this, we can have a really, really tight stop loss of, let's say, 6 pips again, and a high reward, right? So if we held this trade all the way to the top, you're getting a 1 to 12 risk to reward ratio. So if you're risking something like $100, you risk $100 to make $1,200. This is tip number 1, really simple. This next one isn't a trick, but is something that is very important in the Forex market. Another key to being very profitable in the market is having a really good broker with solid spreads and solid fees. You don't want a broker that has really high fees and a broker that also has really terrible spreads. If you guys want to use the same broker I use, sign up with Hanko Trade. Really quick, really easy. You can fund your account with crypto. If you guys want to use the same broker I use, I'll leave a link below. They're a really solid broker. I trust them. Anyways, back to the video. We're going to move on to tip number 2. So tip number 2 is what I like to call the 7 a.m. trick. What do I mean by this? Well, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is a very important candle to look at on the 15-minute. So, I'll show you exactly what's going to happen here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mark out all the 7 a.m. opens and closes on the candles. We'll start up here, right? So, we're going to mark the opening price of the candle at 7 a.m. See, it's a 7 a.m. candle. And we're going to mark out the closing price. Right? This is our zone. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do this with the next 7 a.m. which should be here. We're going to mark the open of the 7 a.m. candle and the close of the 7 a.m. candle. And just remember, this is Eastern Standard Time, right? EST, Eastern Standard Time. You guys can convert it to wherever you live. This is how it works here. 7 a.m. We are going to mark out the next 7 a.m. candle, which will be here. The opening price of the candle and the closing price of the candle. Next 7 a.m. is here, and once again we're marking the opening price and the closing price. So now if we scroll back and we look here, we can see how price moves within these zones. As you can see here, price came down, bounced up on top of this 7 a.m. zone. So if we mark out the 7 a.m. zone that we marked out, as you see, price came back into this zone and moved up. What happened? Price made a new 7 a.m. zone here, right? Price came up, bounced off this zone, and then came back up to this 7 a.m. zone here, right? If we mark out this, you can see price bounced off this zone once, twice, 3 times. And then came down even further and bounced off these 7 a.m. candles here. 1, 2, 3, right? So price loves to bounce around in between these 7 a.m. times. As we can see, this was a 7 a.m. zone here. Price came up above, bounced off, came up there, right? Price loves to move in and out of these 7 a.m. zones. And we're going to move on to trick number 3. So tip number 3 is we are going to be talking about valid highs and lows. So the way I like to trade is using highs and lows. I like to see the market as highs and lows. That's all they're made out of, just highs and lows, right? So a lot of people don't know how to validate a high and a low. So for example, you might see this move up, come down, and you might say, okay, this is a low right here, right? It made a low. Well, that would be incorrect. This is not a low. And why is that? Well, if you come down here to the MACD or the MACD, you will see that price made this low while the MACD was still green. So it's not a valid low. The MACD has to be red for a low, and for a high, the MACD has to be green. So for example, this was invalid. Now a valid low would be this low right here, because you see it made a low and on the MACD it was in the red. So this is valid, right? Because if we use a horizontal line, we can see that this low lines up with the red, this low here lines up with green. So it is not valid. Now the same is true for the opposite, right? When we're in a downtrend and we're trying to make new highs, right? Like a lot of people might think this is a high here. This is not a high. This is actually not a high, because if we line this up horizontally, if we line this up vertically, we can see this high does not line up with green. So it is not a true high. Now a true high would be right here. This is a true high. You see it lines up with the green, and you see how price reacts with the high, because it knows that if it crosses the high and closes, it will then go into an uptrend. But the institutions, the market movers, did not cross this line because they still had a purpose to go down even further. So that's tip number 3, valid highs and lows. Now tip number 4, we're going to base off of this tip number 3, right? So when we're looking for price to break a high or a low, we want to see price break it and close, but not just on the same time frame. We actually want to look to a higher time frame. So for example, this here was a low, and we were looking for price to break this low and close below it, right? So as you can see, price broke below here, this blue line, this low, price broke below and closed. So a lot of people would think, okay, I can take a sell here now because price will start going down, and then they'll get stopped out, right? But that's because if we go to the 1 hour, let's say we mark this vertical area here, this is our area. If we go to the 1 hour, we can see that price actually never truly closed below the blue line on the hour. It did on the 15, not on the hour. It's very important that if we're using the 15, that we confirm with the hour that price has closed below. So here we can see price broke below and closed on the hour on this red candle. So then we would know to enter the trade. If we pair everything together that we just learned so far, we would know price closed below is valid on the higher time frame. If we also include the 7 a.m. trick that we learned, we'll know that this is a 7 a.m. zone here, right? And then we also can include our order block into this trick. This was the last green candle before we broke. So we can mark out this area here, and then we can kind of have a general idea of where to enter our price. We know sell will happen. We know we're going to go down. How do we figure out where to enter? We know that it will come up to the 7 a.m. area, which it did, came up, just barely touched into it. We see this green order block right here. So we know we can enter somewhere in this area. So if we put a sell there, and our stop's nice and above this 7 a.m. area, just in case, we can get a very simple 1 to 10 risk to reward ratio using all the tricks we learned so far. So this next tip I have just before we get to the final tip, is going to be risk management. The only way you're ever going to be profitable, you need risk management. It is a must, right? Let's say you have a $100 account. You need to stick with a risk you're going to use every single time. So for example, on this trade, I'm risking 6 pips, right? Or let's say I risk 5 pips for this trade. Let's say I have a $100 account and I choose my risk management to be 5% per trade. I need to only risk $5 on a $100 account every time I take a trade. If I risk more than that, I'm breaking my risk management, and you risk losing your accounts, you risk not being profitable. So I would risk $1 per pip, which would be $5 if I lost this trade. And if I won, it would be $61. So you need to be using solid risk every time. You need to keep to your risk management, and you cannot break it, or else you will not be profitable. That's just how it is. This last tip, super simple, learn divergence. So that we showed you this whole trade, and just to confirm, we're going to go to the 1 hour and we're gonna look for divergence. So another reason this trade went so successful is because if we use the MACD or the MACD, we can see that there was reversal divergence. I'm gonna put a quick photo up of reversal divergence. You guys can look it up for yourselves. Study this, super helpful. So I knew that there was going to be a reversal because of this reversal divergence indication. So on the indicator, we had a downtrend. Here we had an uptrend, right? So this divergence is basically telling us this trend is lying, losing its momentum, it's weak, because realistically, it's actually going down, right? From this point to this point, we have it going up. From this point to this point, we have it going down. So it's telling us we're gonna start crashing down soon. This is where we can look for sells. But yeah, that's it. Super simple. Thanks for watching.